Dear students, in our previous class, we have discussed about the definition of data and the definition of data structure, what actually the data structures are called, and also you have seen the classifications of data structure. Among the classification of data structure, from today, we are going to discuss one by one. Now, we are going to discuss about the first classification, that is primitive data structures. Primitive data structures. What are these primitive data structures are called as? So first I will write the definition here. Data structures that are directly operated among directly operated upon by machine level instructions are called primitive data structures. Are called primitive data structures. Dear students, this is the first classification of data structures. In this can be defined as, okay, the data structures that are directly operated upon by machine level instructions, okay, are called primitive data structures. What is meant by this machine level instructions? As you have already know that the computer languages are of three types, okay. Among these three types, okay, machine level language is also a type of language, okay. First one is among three languages: low level language, machine level language, and high level language, okay. Among these three types, machine level language means the instructions which are given, which are understood by the computer, okay. That type of language we can call it as machine level language. So machine level language is operated by machine level instructions. So here the data structures which are operated by that machine level instructions, okay, the instructions which are given by machine level language, those instructions are called as machine level instructions. So which are the data structures that are operated upon by the machine level instructions are called as primitive data structures, okay. Here the primitive data structures are the primitive data structures are okay. Which are the primitive data structures? Okay, integer character, floating point, and pointers. These are some of the primitive data structures, okay. Now there are some operations that are performed by the primitive data structures. Come, we shall see which are the operations that are carried out by the primitive data structures. Operations performed by primitive data structures. operations performed by primitive data structures. Mainly there are four operations that are performed by primitive data structures. First one is create. Okay. The next one is destroy. Destroy. Create, destroy. The third one is select, and the last one is update. Create, destroy, select, and update. These are the four operations that are performed by primitive data structures. Create. What is meant by create? Okay, what is the use of this? Create operation is used to create operation is used to create a new data structure. To create a new data structure. Okay. Create operation is used to create a new data structure. Okay. Among primitive data structure, the first operation is create, which is used to create a new data structure. Okay. What's the use of this? This allocates memory space. Allocates memory space for the storage of data. For the storage of data. For the storage of data. Okay. It will manage the memory space. Okay. Or it will make use of the memory space for the storage of data. And here, this create operation is carried out during compile time and run time. There are two types of checking every program in your C++. As you have already know that while doing practical lab in computer, when you are creating a program, at the time after typing the complete program, you will try to check the errors. The first time you will give Alt F9. It means compiling, checking errors of the program. At the time this create operation will work. And the second time is at the time of running the program. Okay, when all the errors of your C++ will be cleared, at the time you will press Control F9. This is for running the program. To take the output of a program, to get the result of a program, you will press Control F9. This is called runtime. The first thing is compile time, and the second thing is runtime. If you press Alt F9, that is called compiling a program, checking the errors of a program. If you press Control F9, okay, after compiling, after clearing all the errors, if you press Control F9, then that is running the program. Okay, after pressing Control F9, you will get the output screen. Okay, there it is asked, the program will be asked to enter something. After entering those things, you will get your results. So this create operation will work at the time of compiling and also at the time of running the program. Hope you have understood this. Next, come to the next operation, that is destroy. What is the use of this destroy operation? Okay, destroy operation is used. Destroy operation is used to destroy or okay, remove the data structure or remove the data structure from the memory space or from the memory. Destroy operation, basically destroy means removing or deleting. Okay, here in primitive data structure, destroy means that it is used That means destroy operation is used to destroy or remove the data structure from the memory. When the programs or the data which is stored in the memory in the computer, think this as memory, you think memory as computer memory. Okay, some data is stored under computer memory, that is hard disk. Okay, at that time if you use the destroy operation of the primitive data structure to remove that data or to remove some extent or some amount of data from the computer, okay, it means destroy operation is used to remove the data from the computer memory. The next thing is select. Select operation is used by the programmers. Select operation is used by the programmers is used by the programmers to access the data within the data structure, within the data structure, within the data structure. Okay, this means select operation is used by the programmers. Who are the programmers? The user of a computer is called as the programmer, or a person who will create a program in the computer will be called as the programmer. Okay, here select operation is used by the programmer. We think this as user of a computer. We are the users. Okay, this select operation is used by the programmers to access the data within the data structure. What is meant by access data within the data structures? Think your second PUC textbook. In your textbook, there is a lot of data. Okay, among that data, you want to see the primitive data structure. You want to access only the primitive data structure. It means think your second PUC textbook as the data structure. It is on structure of data. In that, you want to search the data related to primitive data structures. Okay, in a huge amount of data structure, when you want to search a short amount of data, at that time this select operation will be used by the programmers. Okay, this operation, okay, this updates or alter the data. Okay, what it will do, it will make update or it will do some alterations on the data. If you want to do any changes in that data, with the help of select operation we can also do changes. Come to update operation. Okay, this operation, okay, updated right here. This operation is used to change the data, within the data structure, or to change the data of the data structures, to change the data of the data structures. What is meant by changing data of the data structure here? Changing data means, for example, I will take one value x which is equal to, I will take one variable as x. Okay, firstly we will give the value as 2. Okay, after some time what we will do, with the help of update operation we will change the value of x as 4. Okay, before we have given the value as 2, after that we have given the value as 4. Okay, it means at first initially the value of x is 2, then after using update operation, okay, the value of x has changed to 4. Using update operation, we have given the value as 4. Then at the time, the value of x has been changed from 2 to 4. Okay. In update operation, the assignment operator will be the best example. The assignment operator. The assignment operator. Okay, which will be called as the assignment operator in your C++. So the equals sign will be called as the assignment operator. See here, I am using this operator. Okay, this equal sign will be called as the assignment operator. Okay, as we have assigned 2 as the value of x at the beginning. Then after using update command, we have changed the value from 2 to 4. We have assigned the value 4 by changing it from 2. Hope you have understood. With the help of update operation, we can update the data of the data structure. If any data is there in the data structure, again, if you take the same example as your second PUC textbook, in that, if you want to change some data, then at that time you have to use the update operation. Then you can make any changes in the data structures. Hope you have understood regarding primitive data structure and the operations which are performed by primitive data structures. Okay, this is regarding the first classification of data structure. Next, come to the second classification, that is non-primitive data structures. And one more thing here, for your examination, data structures definition, that is important. Then definition of data is important. After that, the classification of data structure, in that definition of primitive data structure and examples of primitive data structure, integer, floating point, character and pointers. These are the examples of primitive data structures. Then after that, the operations of the primitive data structures. These are all the things are important for your examination. The next thing, non-primitive data structures. Non-primitive data structures. Okay. These non-primitive data structures are called as the most complex data structures. Non-primitive data structures are non-primitive data structures are the most complex data structures. The most complex data structures. Okay, these are called as the most complex data structures. They are not the easier data structures. They are the most complex data structures. And these data structures are derived from these data structures are derived from primitive data structures. Primitive data structures. Okay, these are the classifications of data structures that are most complex data structures, and these data structures are derived from the primitive data structures. Okay, what is the work of these primitive data structures? Okay, come right down below that. They stress on the formation of homogeneous homogeneous and homogeneous and heterogeneous data items and heterogeneous data elements. Data elements. Okay. Here you have to think about that. You have to understand about the two things. One is homogeneous, the other one is heterogeneous. The work of primitive data structure here is that it will stress. Stress means it will make force on the elements of data structures. Okay, to form a group of homogeneous and heterogeneous data items in the formation of group of homogeneous and heterogeneous data elements. It will stress on the data elements, okay, to form the group of homogeneous and heterogeneous data elements. It will stress on the data structures to form these type of data elements. So you have to understand about two things. One is homogeneous, the next one is heterogeneous. What is meant by homogeneous? Homogeneous means the same kind of data or data elements, or the same type of data elements. Okay, homogeneous means same type of data elements. Heterogeneous means different type of data items. Different type. Okay, so here non-primitive data structures, it will force on or stress on the data structures to form the group of homogeneous and heterogeneous data items in a group of data structures. Okay, this non-primitive data structure will do that work. It will make the group of homogeneous data elements at one side, and it will make the group of heterogeneous data elements at one side. This is the work of non-primitive data structures. Hope you have understood regarding these two things. So dear students, you have to remember these things. Firstly, data structures, most important for your examination. Then after that, the classification. Among the classification, definition of primitive data structures, example of primitive data structures, and then operations performed by primitive data structures, that are create, destroy, select, and update. Then after that, the definition of non-primitive data structures. If you remember these things, this will be helpful for your examination point of view. Hope you have understood all these things. If you have any doubts, ask me personally. Thank you.